the prop committee, which is the committee that rubber stamps the things that the football oversight committee does, the playing rules something panel, they have rubber stamped the rule change that they hope will curb the faking of injuries to slow down opposing offenses. So here's the way the new rule works. If medical personnel have to come out on the field to tend to a player after the ball is spotted, the team the player plays for will be charged a timeout. If that team has no timeouts, the team will be assessed a 5-yard penalty. Do you think this will work?
I think that it will help. I don't know if it will end it. What do you think?
I don't think it'll end it. I do think that the coaches that teach it are just going to say you got to do it faster and keep an eye on the umpire and the field judge, not the field judge, the center judge, to see have they spotted the ball yet, and don't do it if they've spotted the ball. But I think the fact of the matter is, like, when those offenses that go fast are going fast, like the ball carriers, the receivers and the running backs and the quarterbacks are trained to find the person spotting the ball. They're trained to flip the ball right to them. So the ball is going to get spotted fast. And once that ball's down, you can't do it. So, and remember, a lot of the fake injuries were signals coming in from the sideline. So if you've got to get that signal in from the sideline before the ball gets spotted, I do think it's going to be harder for them to.
I think the timeout thing is good. I wonder if you have no timeouts, if you could do a time penalty, not a yardage penalty, because a lot of times when this is happening,
a runoff,
aren't you trying to, stall the clock or to put yourself in a position to get the ball back? Or are you?
You might be, but what if you're in the lead? Then that's an unfair advantage. A runoff penalty doesn't help the other team. So you need to be able to help the other team and penalize the team that's doing the wrong thing. So I think this is the best compromise they could have come up with. I think that's the thing. There's no easy way to do this, because the problem is you can't accuse someone of faking an injury in the moment, because what if they're really hurt?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people have said, okay, you can't come in the rest of the drive. Well, who's going to enforce that? Like, are you going to make a penalty box? Like, the only way you could actually do that is to either say they have to stay in the injury tent, or you make like a lacrosse style penalty box. I don't know if you've ever seen a lacrosse game, but they have a penalty box right in front of their version of the scorer's table. And if somebody is penalized, they do, like it's like hockey where you're out for 2 minutes and you can come back in and the team plays shorthanded. And they have to sit right there. They just, take a knee right there so everybody can see them, and then they're not playing.
The injury leading to you not playing for the rest of the drive, in theory, sounds good. But what if somebody really important to you just tweaks their ankle for a second? And it would be unfortunate if somebody actually got injured, because you need.
Well, and that's the other piece of it. That's what the coaches on the oversight committee were worried about, because if that was the penalty, or if you had to come out for the rest of the drive, you'd have people who were actually hurt not seeking medical attention because they'd want to stay in for the rest of the drive.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I hate it. I think that it's a step in the right direction, and I can't wait to see how it helps curb it.
Culver's, because Culver's is bringing us next week to Green Bay for the draft. That's right. We're going to be at the Culver's Great Wisconsin Tailgate outside the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. We'll be doing shows there on Thursday and Friday of next week. Great guests coming. Born in Wisconsin, Culver's is the home of the legendary ButterBurger, fresh frozen custard, and Wisconsin cheese curds, and they are bringing it to the world. They were bringing the taste of America's Dairyland to the world, or at least to your neck of the woods, your neighborhood. I know there's one right down the street from me. I might get a frozen custard later today. I'm not going to lie, Ari, because those things are fire. Well, they're frozen, but they're fire. So hit up Culver's and then watch us in the land of Culver's next week. I can't wait because I was watching when the oversight committee approved this thing. I went back and watched some of the more egregious clips of fake injuries. Like there's a great one from a Sunbelt game a few years ago. And I'm not going to say which teams because I'll get them mixed up and I don't want to blame the wrong team. But coach signals in from the sidelines to fake the injury. Two players see it. Both players go down immediately like they've been sniper shot. And one of them realizes, oh, wait, the other guy went down. So he pops up immediately. And so the player from the other team starts pointing at him and going, he was faking, and then pointing at the other guy, he's faking too. And the one who popped up tries to fight the player from the other team. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
The people who fake injuries do such a bad job of like trying to dramatize it too. It's just like,
of course,
when you actually get hurt, it's subtle and people don't notice until they see you on the ground. You don't have to like fall to the floor like dramatically, like you're storming Normandy Beach. Like, just fall to the ground.
Yeah. Well, I will be curious to see how effective this is from hearing from the people on the oversight committee when they approved this rule initially a couple months ago. Here's the deal. If someone is obviously hurt and the training staff runs out, or the official notices that someone is obviously hurt and calls out the training staff, that does not cost your team. So if you have a player who's trying to make a go of it, but clearly is struggling, the officials will stop play and they'll not charge you a timeout for that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Situation, and I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. And I guarantee you somebody's going to complain, but this is college football. So everybody's looking for an edge. I guarantee the reaction to this around some of the football buildings in the country is not, all right, we're going to stop faking injuries. It's, we got to figure out how to signal this in faster so we can do it before the ball gets spotted.
Just do it more cleanly.
Be better actors is what we're trying to say.
Because it even like that in soccer too. Like soccer fake injuries are so ridiculous looking.
Oh my God. Don't ask me why we were watching a soccer game. It was I believe it was Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur the other day. Or not Chelsea, Liverpool. And this guy goes down like he has dislocated his ankle, like someone has sawed off his foot. He is rolling around, writhing on the ground. And you look at the replay and you're like, I don't even think his ankle was affected by that play.
Yeah.
And then not 30 seconds later, when the situation's all been resolved and I don't think there was a card handed out on the play, but they figured out possession and who got the ball. He pops right back up and he's ready to run.
LeBron does it too.
I mean, Paul Pierce had to be taken out of a wheelchair.
I mean, LeBron
says he pooped himself.
If his face gets grazed by someone's hand, he goes like he does this thing, and then goes down to the it's gotten to the point now. LeBron's done that his whole career. Now, LeBron gets karate chopped when he drives a lot of times. So yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't take a beating. I'm saying he flops.
Oh, he definitely does. There's no question about it. And as he's gotten older, he's gotten better at it.
But it's always the best because, like, as a player, you have to know that the relays and the cameras, the angles are so good that, like, sometimes if like an elbow grazes your chin or comes near your face, and then you do this thing that, like, everybody can see that you weren't even touched. Like, everyone can see it.
If you're an NBA defender and you know you're about to run into a screen, the ones who act like they have run into a brick wall as opposed to like a little skinny 6'10", 190-pound dude. So
yeah, it's always it's like, come on, man.
I do have one more request of the coaching staffs who encourage their players to fake injuries. Just one more. Stop having your best player do it. It's stupid. Because he has to come out for a play. I realize why you're doing it, because he's the only one you trust to pull it off. He might be the smartest player on your defense. But don't do that. You're better off having your best player in the game. So just stop.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one too.